think the first thing is that they shoot the ball from three very good. They have the freshmen, I think they're both freshmen, Patrick Young and Phil. So, they have some young talent, but also, they, like I said, they shoot the ball from three very good. And, they're going to have to guard us as well, but they're definitely a traditional tough team, and we're going to be ready.
Mike, do you feel a burden on your shoulder that you need to produce X amount of points or rebounds for this team to win?
No, I think if I just come out and play my game, I don't, obviously I definitely want to get a W and, try to get a double-double and lead my team to a win. But, if it doesn't happen and we still win, I'm still satisfied with that. But just to produce and still get a W is what I'm all worried about.
I was asking Tony about just how the mentality's developed over the last few years. Do you feel like this year's team is more mentally I guess maybe you feel like you're going to win a little bit more than in past years? How has that developed?
I think it just comes from the leaders, the captains, myself, Sammy, and Hassan. We taking this as a professional, as a business approach, and I think everyone else is taking that approach as well.
The haircut, was that a bet or a vow, or how did that? What's the background?
More like a vow, more than a bet. It's more like a vow. Me and Dontel said that. I tried to downplay it the whole year, but couldn't downplay yesterday. So.
What was the exact arrangement?
We just said we wasn't going to cut our hair until we made the tournament. That was March. That was last ACC tournament.
So you haven't cut it since last?
Would you have kept going if you hadn't gotten into the tournament?
That was a good one. No, I probably would have cut it anyway. I was getting tired of it. Get my hair done once a week. I couldn't do it.
With Jontel and his growth and development and leading this team, what have been the biggest areas of improvement, do you think, in watching him and being as close as you are to Jontel and everything? How good has it been to see that growth?
I think his maturity level on the court and off the court. Obviously, that comes with he's a junior now, be a senior next year. So his maturity level, his game, his jump shot has improved. His finishing around the basket has improved too. He still has room for improvement, just like us all. But he's definitely come a long way.
So it was his mom who gave you the haircuts? I heard.
Yes, she did.
That was last night.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to look her up.
Sammy kind of had a rough go of it shooting this season. What did you tell him during the shooting slump? What kind of frustration could you sense from him during that time?
I really didn't worry about it. I really didn't tell him anything, especially with Sammy, because we know each other so well. I thought I didn't really have to say anything to him. He still was gonna keep shooting. That's what. When he stopped shooting, that's why I guess I'll say something to him. But he was still shooting like he was supposed to. So I really don't worry about Sammy when he's shooting slumps, or I really don't care about that.
Florida's got a four-man, Eric Murphy, 6'10". I think he's one of their, in terms of number of three-point attempts, he's one of their top guys. When you're defending a guy like that, I guess two things. One, in Friday's matchup, will that be more your guy or more Akeel's guy? And I guess depending on that answer, how do you go about defending a guy like him?
Probably Akeel will probably start out on him, and I'll probably start out on the Patrick Young guy. But at any time, we're all going to be guarded. Whoever, especially me, Darian, and Akeel, we're all going to be interchangeable. So, but as far as starting off, Akeel probably will start off on him.
Given that at least at some point you're probably matched up on me, how does a guy that size with that kind of range, maybe a little bit like guarding yourself, but how do you maybe address defending him as opposed to a more traditional post play?
You close out hard on him, force him to put the ball on the floor, take away his three-point range, and if he's setting ball screens and he's predominantly pick and pop big, sometimes we might even switch ball screens.
Like Coach Bennett, when he was in here, was talking about how everyone needs needs to contribute, all 7 guys for the team to win. What, if anything, can you do to help kind of accelerate Darion's growth, heading into the NCAA tournament?
Just keep being on him. Sometimes he's hard-headed. You just got to keep being on him. As a freshman, so he'll come along. Everyone, well, not everyone, but most people most freshmen hit that freshman ball. So he's just learning, and he's actually lucky. He made the tournament his first year. It took me 5, so he should have nothing to worry about.
Mike, what's it been like for you guys, kind of maybe even adjusting to having 7 players?
I think for the most part we're fine. In the games that we lost, we've been in the game. Only game we ever got really hammered was at UNC, but for the most part we battled through injuries and transfers and everything else. So we've been in games, so I don't see anything wrong with it. I think we're doing fine.
And you've been around a long time. Is it going to be difficult at all for you to manage your pregame hype before this game? Like you just said, you waited 5 years for this. Is it going to be hard for you to not be too up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely going to be, because it's my first NCAA tournament game, so it's definitely going to be tough to keep all the emotions and just got to stay calm.
Yeah, kind of building off Jeff's question a little bit there about the bench. When Tony was in here, he was saying how Paul and Darian need to play. They're trying a little too hard not to make mistakes. What can you kind of do along those lines as a 5th-year senior to maybe loosen him up, or did you say anything to him?
I always talk to, especially Paul, and because he has that feel offensively. He has that feel for the game, and he's poised, and he lets the game come to him, and he doesn't force anything. He doesn't try to, but you just tell him if you're scared, you're going to come out, and it's not going to happen. You're going to play. So if you're going to make a mistake, be aggressive, but just don't play on your toes, play on your heels. Sorry.
Mike, it's been well documented how thin the roster is now with the injuries and the transfers, and you guys are obviously playing a ton of minutes, the starters. Is that something you rally around? Coach Bennett was in here earlier, and he kind of chuckled when he was recounting in his head, all those different obstacles that you guys have faced and now overcome to get to the tournament. Is that something that you, the starters, and then the 2 bench guys that are giving you minutes have really taken as a challenge and rallied around?
Yeah, I think we've been fighting through adversity the whole year. That's just something we've been used to doing. So it just adds a little bit more motivation for us each time we go out and try to play.